Do you know how spies get information without ever asking a single question? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the most unknown stories from all around the world. Today's video is about one of the most interesting topics, which is going to reveal a very interesting process used by CIA to extract information from a person without asking any question. This amazing and astonishing technique is called elicitation, which means getting someone to talk about a topic or give away information without them even realizing it. Spies use this technique to gain intelligence on their targets without setting off any alarm bells. But how exactly do they do it? Well, let's find out in today's video. But before we begin, don't forget to click the like button to inspire us and subscribe to our channel to get notified when we upload new videos. During the Cold War, the CIA had a favorite haunt: the dingy Navy bars littered across the seas. These were the perfect spots to recruit spies. As the sailors got drunk, they would spill all kinds of state secrets to anyone who would listen. The CIA would send in their agents posing as fellow drinkers, soaking up the information like sponges. Now, this may sound like a crude tactic, but it was effective. The sailors' drunken ramblings often included sensitive information that the CIA needed to know about Soviet activities. It was like gold for the intelligence agency. Have you ever been chatting with your Uber driver or the cashier at the grocery store and they start unloading personal details you didn't ask for? Have you ever wondered why? Maybe they're just being friendly, or maybe they've been trained in the art of elicitation. Just kidding. But seriously, this common practice of getting people to talk about themselves is a technique that spies have been using for years. By planting a few well-placed prompts, they can guide the conversation to sensitive topics without raising suspicion. For example, an American journalist interviewing a Russian scientist may start by asking about their work. Then they might mention that they're also interested in current events before steering the conversation towards politics. By doing so, they've successfully elicited information about the interviewee's views on a sensitive topic without directly asking for it. But why does this work? It all has to do with the way our brains process information. When we hear statements that conflict with our beliefs, our brain's natural response is to reject them as false or misleading. However, when the same information is presented as a question, our brains are more likely to accept it as true. This is known as the framing effect in psychology. People are more likely to agree to requests if they are framed positively rather than negatively. For example, people are more likely to agree to donate money to a charity if they are told that the money will be used to help children in need rather than to avoid the negative consequences of not donating. Spies take advantage of this cognitive bias by using a technique known as bracketing. They will first make a statement that is obviously false or misleading, then follow it up with a more believable statement that contains the information they are looking for. The first statement acts as a mental boundary or bracket that allows the second statement to be seen as more believable. For example, a CIA officer could say something like, "You wouldn't believe the crazy things I've seen during my time in the service." Then follow it up with, "What brings you to this part of town?" The first statement is obviously false, or at least exaggerated, while the second statement is more believable. By using this technique, the officer has created a mental bracket that makes it more likely that the person will agree with the second statement and provide information. The disbelief strategy is another tactic spies use to elicit information. This involves making a statement that is so outlandish that it automatically triggers the other person's disbelief, thus creating an opening for the spy to plant seeds of doubt and get the other person to share information. For example, a KGB agent posing as a journalist could say something like, "I recently uncovered a plot to assassinate the Russian president." Then follow it up with, "You probably think I'm crazy, but I have to tell you what I know." The first statement is so outlandish that it automatically triggers disbelief, but the second statement creates an opening for the agent to share information. By using this simple trick, KGB agents were able to extract valuable information from unsuspecting targets during the Cold War. In one instance, a KGB agent posed as a journalist and managed to get close to a high-ranking U.S. official. During a casual conversation, the agent made a casual comment about a supposed plan to destabilize the Soviet Union, knowing full well that it would be met with disbelief. However, this disbelief created an opening for the agent to continue the conversation and eventually extract valuable information from the U.S. official. So next time you find yourself chatting with a stranger, be careful what you say. They may be more than they appear. And remember, sometimes the most unbelievable statements can lead to the most valuable information. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to inspire us and subscribe to our channel to stay informed about our latest updates. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in comments below. We'd love to hear from you.